Okay, this is the jar working. Basically, this is if you have a neighbor that is a real pain in the jacksy and you want to move that neighbor out, this is a good way to go. So first off, you're going to need to cleanse that jar. And what I've got is a paper doll. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, and I have the person's name on it, and I have put like a statement of intent saying that I bind you from making noise. This individual is making a lot of noise with regards to, I think it's home improvements or whatever, but he's been very disrespectful and not taking into consideration his neighbours, and it's very offensive. So we want to move him and the family. So it's important that you move both him and the family, name them all on the petition, because you don't want him to just go, or his wife to go and leave him behind, kind of thing. So it's important to name all the people you want to move on. In this instance, it's him and his family to move on. So I've asked the Holy Death prior to the video. I've explained the situation, that the client is near breaking point, and we need to do something. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is get some black yarn, and I'm going to bind this paper doll. So this paper doll is basically I know it's nothing, it's just a paper cutout, but it contains his mind, body, soul. So it's also like a little, you see puppets, doll babies, voodoo dolls. So it's basically I'm calling down the mind, body, and soul into this. What it is a vessel as such for the person. So you need to baptize this, even though it's a piece of card. This now basically contains mind, body, and soul of, and then name and name. I use water when I do these kind of things. It's like a baptism. I need to do a video on that. I keep saying I'm going to do a video on it and never do, but I promise I will. So mind, body, and soul. You will now obey what I tell you to do. That kind of thing. Until further notice. So get some black yarn, and what I'm going to do is tie his hands behind his back. It might be a bit awkward because of the card, but I can just bind around it. And I bind your hands so that you cannot operate machinery. And I'm also going to continue on down and bind the legs. Excuse me. Because, at the end of the day, he can maybe still operate machinery with his legs. So I just want to be sure that he's not going to get away with it. Binding them up. Okay. Right down to the feet. Binding away from you, because you want to remove the person. You will not be a menace to this lady anymore. You will not make any noise, and I'm going right up to the face as well, because I'm going to bind his mouth. You will not be arrogant or rude. You will be silent. Silence. In the name of Santa Muerte, you must do this. Oh, I think I get a visit. So he will. I'm just tying this in 3 knots, okay? And what I'm going to do is put some banishing oil on that, and also on I've already got some on the petition, but I'm putting banishing oil on his name and basically the family. I put his name and family on a piece of paper, and his photograph. That's him bound. Okay, so we need banishing oil. I'm just going to Put that over the photograph and the name on the biscuit and family. So it's Joe Blogs and family. I have already put a few oils in these. I've put not hex oil, sorry, hate oil, not hate oil. Oh, I'm thinking of the ritual I did prior to this one. I put some, what's it called? I put hot foot, a little bit of hot foot on this to move him on, and a little bit of, give me a moment, I'll just double check for you. Yes, in tranquil oil and hot foot oil, and some oil to bring some discord, that kind of thing. Now I've got quite a big jar because I'm putting this in head down the ways, because we basically want to turn his life on its head. And now what I'm going to do is, this sounds a bit crazy. I normally use matches, but I'll try not to burn the card, but I just light the feet of that puppet ever so slightly. You can't really see it. Give me a moment. Just like that. And that is to make him unsettled, his feet unsettled. I've always done this. I don't know why I do it, but I've always done it. It's to make someone unsettled. I've also put actually, I'll not say it, because as soon as I say it, someone will do a video on it before I get a chance to do it. I'll do it in a video soon, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But anyway, putting everything in here. So many people duplicate these videos, it's crazy. I actually had, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually had a few months ago something very good. I think I did mention it, yeah, but I'll mention it again just in case. If anyone spots it, please come back to me and let me know. A very kind person left a message in my comments and told me that my channel had been duplicated by someone. So it was every single video that I had put out. They had downloaded everything and they were using it. And they linked a WhatsApp number, and they basically were impersonating me. So I really hope that no one sent them money, because you didn't send it to me. When I ask for information, it's always to my email address. That's how you know you're sending it to me, and that's thehouseofmagic@gmail.com. I don't operate straight off the bat via WhatsApp. I do have a WhatsApp number, but that is, you know, for after payment. I do not give out my WhatsApp number until I have booked you in for spell work. So it's just to let you know that, otherwise you're dealing with a charlatan. So just to make that clear. So this is water that is made to really, it's really made to move people out of the way. It's very good for breakup work. It's very, very good for bringing discord into the person's life. There's a little bit of everything in this. So I make this during the dark of the moon, and I bottle it up, stacks of bottles of it, and we're going to get the person's life soured. So I'm going to put some lime in there. Lime or lime juice or lemon juice is good, or you could just even put a piece of lemon in, is fine. It doesn't have to be right up to the very top. In fact, I prefer these bottles not to be filled to the jars, not to be filled to the top because of the gases. I've had one of these explode and it was nothing but a mess. Sulfur that doesn't want to come out, especially with sulfur and vinegar and stuff like that. So yes, there's vinegar in that black bottle. There's vinegar in that. This is hot foot powder that I make myself. Chili powder mixed with cayenne powder. And that is good for unsettling a situation and bringing a situation to a head. Discord, fighting, arguments. I think we should put a little bit of destruction in there just to get this really moving. I've also said harm to none, but as in physical harm. You know, this lady, her head is going, but it's not fair. So if you want a spell to, you know, be potent, you have to bring out the big guns, basically, to get this person moved on. So this is black salt again. It's made specific for this purpose, so it brings some darkness. But yeah, you know, you have to sorry, I'm trying to concentrate at the same time, look for something. You have to, you could lay some hot foot powder down here and there, but in a situation like this, I think you really need to do something a bit bigger. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking for something specific. Yeah, I just put a little bit of, it's volcanic rock that I collect, and I put a tiny little bit in there. That's to unsettle the situation even more. I'm going to put in a little bit of graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt is really good to bring about permanent endings. Sorry. So, you know, we don't want them to just go away for holiday. We want them to go away permanently. So graveyard dirt is very good for that. Let's see now. I probably need a little bit more. Some smashed glass and some needles, and rusty nails even would be good. I'm going to put that in now. Okay, so I put some smashed glass in there, and what I'm going to do is pop the lid on and give it a good old shake. Oh. And I will continue to shake that up on the appropriate nights. I'll be burning little black Santa Muerte, you know, little candles on top of that. So I usually work these kind of jars for about 5 days straight, maybe more. And then I'll work them on a Tuesday and a Saturday because of the planetary influences. And I'll keep working on it probably until we get a result. I like to keep spells like this on her altar. And then I'll if I hear them, when I hear something, I will deploy it. Graveyard working again, so it's important to know how to use the graveyard. That's a separate video. But yeah, please do your cleansings after something like this, because like I said, it's a working that, you know, you're calling on, you know, someone to manipulate someone's life. So, you know, you have to do a cleansing. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to shake it up as many times as I can during the day, and then do a little bit more in-depth work on the nights appropriate. I want to see, is there, yeah, I'll come back and do a reading. So I'll be doing a reading for the client. Unfortunately, I have to break these videos in two. But anyway, it's thehouseofmagic@gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, give me a shout and I can get back to you as soon as possible. If you're waiting on a video, I'll be in touch. It's been very busy over the full moon period, and yeah, I've been so busy. But I do have a lot of videos on the way. I mean, I have these cleansing videos are due to go out next, and then I have pardon me, I have a reading, not a reading, I have a coffin box for an abuser, so that's up next. And yeah, I'm going to do something new with the channel. I'm going to focus on the saints for a while, or the Goetia, or both. But I need to see where my starting point will be. I think I might start with the Goetia and look at some of the lesser known spirits of the Goetia and work with them. But yeah, I also have what is it? A college type spell coming up. So if anyone is enrolling in a college or something like that, that one's coming up. So yeah, so I'll speak to you all again very soon. Have a good night.